Namaste, friends. This is Elle with Sacred Union Tarot, and it is just a few minutes into Thanksgiving Day, and I wanted to, this is like 12:01 on Thanksgiving, so in the United States, but I wanted to do a Divine Masculine reading, because I just feel that I haven't done one in a while, and I know that there's a lot of questions right now. So this is particularly if you are not in communication or have limited communication with your Divine Masculine counterpart. This could be a soulmate or twin flame. I tend to pick up on twin flame energies, so that we'll know in the reading if that's what it's geared toward. I'm just shuffling. I did pre-shuffle, but I always shuffle for you. And then we'll just see how this reading unfolds. I just kind of want to connect with the energy of the Divine Masculine. It feels as though they feel like the Divine Feminine has moved on, and they're just trying to kind of recalibrate their life with that knowledge, is what I'm feeling. So we'll see what comes out in the reading. We'll start here. I'm going to pull, this is the energies coming in, is openness with a full moon. That's the energy coming in, so that's not energy that's here yet. The energy that we're dealing with right now is change. So actually, I'm going to put these like this. So we're going to pull on change. So what's changing? Something's changing in the Divine Masculine's life. It could be his, this is going to go here. It feels as though he's stepping into himself, kind of withdrawing a little bit from the Divine Feminine because he's undergoing some changes. And with all the astrology that's going on right now, that would align with that. And it feels as though, it feels like we're coming to the end of a very non-productive non-communication. It's almost like he's realized that by not being open, he's just continually feeling stuck. Let's see. There's the Ace of Cups. Maybe that's what's changing. I need to pull the top card. And this is the Five of Wands. Five of Wands to me is kind of conflicted. So he's changing something that he's conflicted within himself about. And it feels like he wants to be more emotionally open. That's the change. Let's find out more about this. And when we have a 5 card, that is change. Change in what he's doing. Wands to me are actions. The 5 of Wands are generally, it's a conflict card. But 5s are changes. And it can also mean changing the way he's been doing things. Here is the Son of Wands, which is the Knight of Wands. Taking some action to be more open. It feels though he knows by not expressing how he feels or communicating authentically with the Divine Feminine that he just has been in this repeated stuck energy, and he's just kind of like, now he feels like he's losing the Divine Feminine. She's moving on because she's tired of waiting, and he senses that. The Magician. So he is going to manifest this change. Three of Cups, that's my union energy. Because he feels like there is no, that he's not moving toward union the more he's staying, keeping his emotions to himself, keeping his expressions to himself. He feels as though that's what's caused him to be in this energy of feeling like he's losing the divine feminine, that she's moving on, that she's just weary. Two of Pentacles. But in this card, the Two of Pentacles is kind of the infinity sign, which is a twin flame sign. But look at it in this butterfly. He wants to transform this. He wants to make this decision to transform this and get out of this stuck energy. Let's take three more. What's he going to do? Three of Pentacles is working with, here's the Magician, and partnering, and it's usually with my Three of Pentacles. I read that partnering with the Divine. Okay, we have quite a few, so let's see. We have the Seven of Cups. Oh my, more than I thought. We have the Seven of Cups. This is, in this deck to me, it's making choices with the Six of Cups, more toward what's calling to your soul than what's not working. And then we have the Seven of Cups and the Three of Cups, which is the Ten of Cups. So by eliminating what's not working with this Ace of Cups, replacing this cup with this Ace of Cups, being more emotionally expressive. Here we have the Four of Swords. This is a gentle energy with that Lamb. It's like he's had the revelation when he's had this quiet time to himself, that he's made the wrong choice by keeping himself very closed. And that's what's going to change. Oh, yeah, definitely the Tower. Here's that realization. And then we have Strength, another infinity sign, and the Moon. All three major arcanas here after he has this big revelation. Whatever, he's definitely following his intuition, but whatever was kind of lurking in the shadows that was holding him back is, see, we have two trees here. This tree is just totally getting annihilated by this Tower. So whatever was being hidden, whatever was he was hiding, his feelings, his emotions, the Moon is emotions card, that's not working for him anymore. So here he is with his strength. But look at that. You can't hardly see that. Let's see if I can turn on this light. There. Look at the rose in the lion's mouth with the infinity sign. It's going to take strength for him to come and bear his emotions to you. But that's what he's working on. So bottom of the deck here, the Seven of Wands, but now he has taken his position. The wand is ignited. And he has taken his position now of what his actions need to be. So let's see. It says he's going to be more open. Let's see. Three of Coins, good. That's working together with the Four of Wands. Yeah, to bring in more stability, to bring in, look at the card here. It's two people obviously communicating, obviously happy and stable and fulfilling. So he's working on creating that. Let's see what else. I keep hearing he has to get past his ego. It feels like this is what he this is what he wants, but he just hasn't known how to get there. Expressing his emotions is not something he's comfortable doing. And he avoids it because he feels inadequate, especially with the strength of the Divine Feminine. Sorry. Four of Wands again. Or I'm sorry, Five of Wands again. And this one is definitely a card of conflict. And it feels as though he's tired of every time there's communication and he doesn't feel he does it right. He always kind of second guesses himself and looks back and says, I wish I had said this instead. I wish I had been more open. It's like he constantly fights with himself about what he should have done because he didn't get the result he wanted. So that's the energy he's just kind of trying to overcome, to be more open. But he has to wrestle with himself about it. But the change is coming, so let's find out more about how we're going to change toward this openness. And this has a full moon, so it could be, during a full moon. We have the moon and a full moon. So that is significant. The World and the King of Wands. Here we have another card of a couple just embracing and being. This is what he truly desires, is this openness between you. He wants, and in this one we have the Phoenix. This is the King of Wands, but this is like a peacock and then this Phoenix rising. It's like he's had to overcome his pride, his ego. The peacock is a very prideful bird, very kind of represents egocentric. But it's like he knows he has to rise above the ego in order to create this kind of relationship. And that's what he's fighting. He's fighting his ego. But the World card, he really wants to put his ego aside. But that takes a lot of courage because it's not something he's done before. His ego has been his, what he has used to set boundaries. He's always kind of lapsed into his ego mind in order to deal with his uncomfortable emotions. Well, there's the truth. Ace of Swords. The truth is coming out. The Star and the Nine of Wands. I'm hearing, is it too late to wish for this? He's waited so long. It feels like he's tired of wrestling with the demons inside. He's tired of fighting himself. Five of Cups. Yeah. He just wants that to end. He wants so much just to be able to open his heart and just speak his truth. And it's so hard. But this is part of his growth. I kind of feel he's very forlorn because he wants to make this change, but he feels like in one way it's too late, and then another way he's combating his ego all the time because his ego has been his defense. That is what he has been used to protect his vulnerable heart. Here we have the Ten of Cups in reverse. See how he has, there's this couple here, and they're just so happy, and they've just reached that Ten of Cups, and how he's just sitting here kind of watching, so forlorn. Why can't that be mine? How do I make that happen? This is in the reverse. How do I make that happen? How do I make this change in myself to make this happen? Two of Swords. He's still he doesn't know how to protect himself if he releases his ego. He doesn't know how to be defenseless. And he feels like once he releases that ego, he'll never be able to use it as his shield again. The King of Coins. And to me, this is wanting to stay very focused on the physical and tangible, because the emotional is so frightening to him. Look at how frightening that is. It's just so frightening. Being vulnerable is so frightening because of how deeply this divine masculine feels, and how he feels so exposed and vulnerable and unprotected that it creates this really deep fear. Here we have the Four of Swords again. And in this one, look at it looks like this wolf figure is bound. And he has all of these swords, but look at how the sword has kind of kept his mouth. It's run through his mouth, so he can't speak. He's bound and he can't speak. Bottom of the deck, the Two of Wands. Oh, look at this card. Both sides. One is, here's the action, the wands, and then in this side, it's the key. Taking this action is the key. And look at how it's the same person, it's both sides of the same person. Kind of like, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Let's use the Chakra Oracle. See if we get any insight. So the impetus is there for this divine masculine to make a change. He's struggling with this change. So please understand, you're being asked to understand what he's struggling with and how big of a struggle this is for him. You're being asked to be aware and compassionate that this is taking an enormous amount for him to make this change. Dissipating. Let's see what that... Okay, this is a yellow card, so it's exploring your thought process. Beware of being imprisoned by the story you tell. Do you intend to do what you say? Here are the key ideas: taking action, content to dream, going in circles, strong intelligence, making excuses, and procrastinating. So this is the going in circles, the procrastinating. That energy is dissipating. Perseverance. Workaholic. Yep. We'll look up perseverance and workaholic, and then we'll close this. And the blue cards, the blue chakra cards, are find a way of expressing yourself. So the workaholic, feeling of inadequacy, transformation indicated, not being fulfilled by work, heeding warnings, refreshing your mind to improve your work. So it feels like he's just been a workaholic as he's trying to struggle. It's like when he's working, he's able to just kind of process because his hands are busy and his mind is free. Let's look up perseverance. Key ideas: breaking through, unseen help at work, feeling taken for granted or overcoming doubts, steadfast success and miracles. When we do our chosen work, we are serving the highest order. If we stop, we upset the universal balance. So this really feels like he's processed. And he's procrastinated by becoming really focused on his work, really absorbed in his work. But all the while he was processing this. So he wants to make this change now and be more open, and it's terrifying. But he feels as though that if he doesn't do it, he will lose the divine feminine for good. He feels like he's on that edge of the cliff, that if he doesn't make this change now, then he'll never be able to do it because it won't matter. All right, we'll leave it there. Namaste.